If your lead list is bad, nothing else matters in cold email because even your offer is perfectly fine. If you have a bad lead list, nothing's gonna land, okay? And in this video, I'm gonna show you an example of what people I see use to get lead lists, and then I'm gonna show you my example on what I do to actually get good lead lists that will help me book tons of appointments every single month, okay? So the usual process that people do is to kind of, get a niche, let's say whether it be remodeling companies or whatever, then they ask ChatGPT, do market research on this niche, right? To keep it very simple. Then they go to Apollo.io, right? Apollo is the lead database where you can find leads. And, they kind of search for remodeling companies, let's say, or like marketing agencies, whatever. And they just kind of export them, right? Filter out with like broad filters, right? Again, like company count, industry, and that's kind of it, okay? Then they export them, okay? What people I see use is AMP leads, right? I've used it before. It still works really well. We just have internal processes, which I'm going to explain a bit later. And then that's basically how it works. Afterwards, they just kind of start sending emails, right? This is a decent way of getting leads, but you're not getting the specific ones, right? Because everyone uses Apollo, and if everyone uses it, that means a lot of people, that are in the database get reached out to, and you either have to have an insane offer, and it's kind of hard, right, to compete with a lot of people, even though your process may be the best. Okay. What I use, the whole platform difference is obviously get a niche, right? If you're targeting everyone, you're targeting no one, the simple rule of marketing. So get a niche. And what you want to do is open up ChatGPT. Okay. You want to open up ChatGPT. Then you want to open up Perplexity. Okay, if you haven't ever heard of Perplexity, it's basically searches, websites and like social media, like Reddit and stuff, but you can have like better market research basically. Now, for market research, you don't want to just do a simple search, right, for ChatGPT to kind of help with market research. You actually want to find out like who are these decision makers, right? You want to find out what's the company headcount. You want to find the daily problems they encounter. You want to have like find out what have they tried in the past to solve the problems. Okay, that's really big one. What are the desired end results that you would want to get from our X services, right? If you provide advertising, what's the end result that you want from us to get them? What type of jobs, patients, clients do you want most? Okay, because we want to tie our offer into something that you want more of. Okay, and what sort of different services they provide which pays them the most. Okay, because we want to get them services that actually pays them the most. Okay, once we have that, we can actually kind of do, for example, you copy everything right here. We go into ChatGPT, create me a prompt for Perplexity AI as a expert market researcher. Find out market research about my niche, which is what we want to do. Let's say advertising companies, right? Let's keep it simple. Advertising companies. Okay. Here's what I want to learn about them. Boom. And let's see what we brings out. Okay. So he's building us a script. And why we ask ChatGPT to build a prompt, because you can obviously do it yourself, but ChatGPT knows Perplexity and they know what to ask. Okay. So let's wait till it finishes and then we'll put the prompt into Perplexity and we'll see what we can get out of them. Okay, I forgot to ask them about what is our X service. So let's say we do AI automation is our service. Adjust the prompt. Cool. So we got the prompt, right? We can copy absolutely everything right here. If you want to, you can look over it, right? I'm showing it as an example. Copy it, go to Perplexity AI and paste it in, okay? And go ahead and let's see what Perplexity AI gives us. So basically what Perplexity AI does, it just looks over websites, see like searches, see what Reddit has going on, and basically gets those results and summarizes everything for us. So for example, decision makers for AI automation purchases in a small and mid-sized agencies, founder CEO is the primary buyer, right? In growing shops, 15, 50 plus FTE, COO, head of operations managers often owns tooling workflow for revenue side automations. By size, 1 to 10 staff, single threaded, founder decides sometimes with an ops-minded right hand, right? It basically just tells us different things, who we want to target. 1 to 5 employees, ideal agency side, budget typically low, many are feast or famine, right? It's completely right since I work with agencies, right? 6 to 20 employees, budget typically managing 10 to 30 clients at 1.8 to 10K per month, often hitting six figures monthly recurring revenue and aiming for 15-25% net margins. Okay, so as you can look everything what Perplexity AI gives us. Daily operational problems, high pain areas across benchmarks and operator surveys. Like it's looking at what surveys, most time wasting tasks, reporting client dashboards, lead qualification and follow up, CRM updates, logging calls, client onboarding, internal coordination, fragmented onboarding, right? Reporting. So basically, we can see that most of the problems are with onboarding and reporting. Basically, work with clients. That's what we could help with our, so-called AI automation agency. Okay. Yeah, what agencies have already tried: generic automation platforms like Zapier and Make, CRMs, marketing suites, HubSpot, Go High Level, that kind of stuff, spreadsheets, AI content tools, VAs, right? What else have you got? No, desired end result from our AI automation: save 8 to 20 plus hours per week per team member, reduce operational costs by cutting non-billable labor, handle more clients per account manager, right? Faster lead response times, high retention, we have better reporting cadence, right? Everything seems good, right? I see an offer right away. We can help you save 8 to 20 hours per week by, cutting off your client, reports or whatever. Emotional drivers, reducing founder and leadership stress, freedom from being from the bottleneck, confidence to scale without hiring up proportionally. Ideal clients agents want most. Industries, B2B, SaaS, professional, budget clients spending 1.8, 20K. Engagement type, retainer based, seems really good. Services, agencies offer and profitability. So basically, it just kind of tells everything about what you could be offering for advertising. Where automation has strong leverage, reporting, analytics, like we kind of find out earlier before. Buying triggers for automation, rapid client growth, right? If they are growing rapidly, we can help with that. Hiring constraints, a lot of people don't know how to hire properly. Founder leadership burnout, missed leads or slow response, because speed to lead is really important. And basically, a lot of stuff that we kind of asked and we got back. So you see how clearly the difference is between, such market research and the one people usually do. Okay. Once you have that, you can actually learn more and read it a few times to actually know what's happening. Then find out where are they listed. Okay. So uh, find me, find me directories of this ICP where I could find them. Okay, cool. Now, why do we want directories? Because usually what people do is just kind of get, Apollo and kind of filter them this way. But we want to scrape listings for websites, okay, and then get all domains and put them into apollo.io. Apollo will enrich those basically domains and find us leads from those domains from specific directories. Why specific directories? Because people, like agencies and stuff, want to be in directories and you will find them. Okay. So clutch.co, right? That's one of our, you know, directories, right? Upsteady.com, designrush.com, adforum.com, HubSpot. So let's see what clutch.co has for us. What is it? Open. I guess we can do that. Clutch.co, and we can see Clutch.co is a pretty popular B2B, directory. For example, we want marketing and we want advertising companies. Okay. So as you can see, we have a lot of, agencies. How many do we have? 27,000 companies. That's pretty good. Then we can, filter them out on like industry, reviews, client budget, services, hourly rates, and, we can go and verify it. And basically what you want to do is scrape every single one of these leads. Okay. How are we going to do that? There is an extension on Google Chrome where you can just kind of scrape which is called Easy Scraper, one-click web scraper. Search it on Google extensions and you'll find it. Basically, it looks like this. Okay, once you open it, it looks like this, right? And as you can see, it basically will scrape everything on this page. Okay. Now what you want to do is click link here and click link to navigate to the next page. Select, we'll open up this and go to see the next page basically. Go down, and we'll click on this. So basically, it will automatically scrape each and every single page. And when you start scraping, as you can see, all of our pages are being scraped. And everything is done automatically, right? I'm not doing anything. And basically this way, you'll get a bunch of, pages being scraped. Okay? Then our next step is going to be to get all of the domains, put them into Apollo. Okay, let's open up Apollo. I think we'll have enough company script as of right now. Obviously, you want to do all of the websites for any other directory, right? Then what you want to do is copy them, copy those. Let me open up my Google Sheet and kind of paste it in so we could actually get those domains from the Google Sheet. So we have our list, all right? And what Clutch does is basically hides the company domains, essentially. So what you want to do is basically copy and paste everything on of the scrape, okay? Go to the right and find this link, okay? These links, which is a long link, clutch.co redirect, and basically add a new column next to it and paste this formula, okay? And it may not be this field, so basically make it this field. Essentially, in my case, it's W2. In your case, it might be different. So adjust this case. And basically what this formula does is extracts every single domain from the link, okay? And as you can see, we literally have 113 domains. And what we need to do is copy that, go into Apollo, go into company, include and exclude list of companies, paste it in, and save and search. What will happen now? Apollo will basically include us the domains we have, okay? As you can see, we have 3,000 results, almost 4,000, but that's too much because we're not excluding the filtering out. So what you want to do is go into job titles. For this case, if we were to target advertising agencies, we want to do is management level, owner, founder, C-suite, and if you want, you can also add like directors, head of anything. But right now, let's just keep it as is. And as you can see, out of 113 domains, we have 161 decision makers, right? And what we would do that is basically copy this whole Apollo. If you want also more filtering, like for example, for employees, you can also do that. Employees, email status, right? Verified. These ones as well, if you want to verify them afterwards. Location as well, if you want just only the United States, that also will work. And let's say in this case, we only have 26 right results. We'd need to have, a bigger list. That's why we need to scrape every single page of those 27,000, domains, basically. And then what you want to do is copy this whole, Apollo link. Go ahead and open up ample leads. But this is where we're going to export our leads. Basically, what you do is we're going to sign up or either start a free trial. You'll probably need to buy some credits, right? I'm not sponsored by those guys. A lot of people use them, so why not use it yourself? Because we already, like I mentioned earlier, we have internal systems that we kind of use and we cannot share, right? Because that wouldn't be ideal for my clients. Basically do that, paste it in the link, and afterwards you'll get an export of all of the scrape leads from Apollo. Okay. Once you have all of those emails, open up Omni Verifier, right? And basically you can have really a lot of credits for really, really cheaply. So for example, you can buy, spend $65 and get 50K credits. And what I'll do, I'll include my link of Omnivire. I'm a referral of this company, but I still use them since I have great bounce rates. Uh, Use my referral code and you'll get 25,000 credits for free. Okay, that's easy. We'll verify those, and then what your next step is going to do is either personalize every lead, which is optional, but I just doing it, and you can either do it through Anytan or Clay. Okay, and with that personalization, you can actually filter out even more companies that are within your XCP, and if they are more within your recipe, email deliverability going to be better since the people are going to actually respond more, and the more responses you have, the more email providers will see you as like the good guy, not a spammer. And yeah, that's how you do it. And then you can actually start sending, right? Once you get everything going, you have an amazing lead list, right? You maybe have less leads than just a simple search, but the leads are so much better that you'll have better response rates, better booking rates, and your email deliverability isn't going to be as bad, as the search. Okay. So hopefully I made it as valuable and as clear as possible on how to do everything, right? I just used this one example for Clutch for advertising agencies. It works with any other niche, right? For any directories, you can, if you want to scrape people from Google Maps, do it as well. You can also enrich them, but for Google Maps, I usually just kind of scrape the emails from the websites themselves, which is also an easy method to do so. So yeah, appreciate you. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I'll be able to help you how to set up everything yourself, but like really easily on a free strategy call. It will be the first link down in the description. Again, there's no like sales pressure. I just want to see if there's any way I could help you get more appointments coming in. So appreciate you, and have an amazing day.